my video on my garden. See how's it going. Got my sweethearts here, my puppies. They're gonna come outside with me and we're gonna check everything out. It's June, windy. Let's see what's going on here. My first live video. It's my puppy over here. Got onions, and I planted some garlic in between the open spaces. This is pepper. No, potatoes. Potatoes. These are different types of sweet and hot peppers. More potatoes. Onions. More potatoes. Saw a flower on one of them. Let's see what happens. My makeshift gate. I don't know why I have it anymore. Potatoes, 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 potatoes. This side here is garlic. This side here I have yet to determine. These are beets over here. Squash. Watermelon, 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 watermelon. That's Luigi, my puppy. This is my one of my composting sections. I compost what I can, including grass clippings. And she got in. Momo, come here, sweetheart. Mona Lisa. Dog likes to run away, so try to block her access. Momo, come here, little girl. Come on, you're on camera. Ice cream. She's too excited. We'll just leave it open for now. Not gonna hurt anybody. More tomato or strawberries, 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 strawberries. Summer squash, I believe. This, I planted garlic because nothing was growing. It was going to be peppers. I had, I think these little things are the starts of peppermint, and I didn't see any growth, so I started growing onions. We'll see what happens. These are 3. I have to look up what I'm growing here. I don't remember. I know these are cucumbers, Brussels sprouts over here, potato or onions. Onions. Brussels sprouts. Tomatoes. Pretty windy today. Tomatoes. And over here I've got some watermelon and I've got some other melon. These are more squash over here. These are beans. I got beans here, and I got beans over here, and one of them is wax, and one of them's Kentucky Wonder. They both rise. I bought these off of Amazon, and this was used to be part of a trampoline as far as the trellis. So when they start growing on it, I got a couple extra of them. honeydew. Honeydew. These are honeydew. Go in the middle here. These are peas. Not doing so hot, but they'll be okay. It's hot season right now. More tomatoes. It's getting windy today. So these are cucumbers. And I have cucumbers somewhere else. Tomatoes. This is a mix. Of course, I have carrots growing. Some blueberry, and of course strawberry. So I use the carrots to protect the soil. Over here are some hot peppers and some garlic, and planted in here are a bunch of strong wind gusts today. I'm glad everything's holding up. Blueberries. That's my subdivision. Yeah. It rained last night. Moist. This is where something wasn't growing and then something started to grow, so I overreacted. So eventually these will all get used, these trampoline parts, and the vines will grow on them. My idea is that these are small watermelons and small honeydew, and that they'll climb up these trellises and hold them into place. Pretty bad storm yesterday. This is my one of my water containment systems. 55 gallons. They're pretty full. Over here is herbs. And I'm doing so hot. I should have probably grown them indoors. And on those high-rise garden pieces over here, got different herbs growing. They're finally taking off. And we'll see what we get. These are peppers. They say peppers love the sun. And it is pretty windy today. So that's my live stream. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, in between the garlic, I have garlic growing in between the tomato plants. Of course, they'll stay in these bins till probably March until they're ready. So 100 cloves of garlic spread out. To be determined. I don't know. So this is my summer garden, so to speak. And some clippings of tomatoes. I don't know. This is my third year doing my garden. This keeps my dog from running into the neighbor's fence, through the fence into their yard. And Luigi over here likes to eat things. So I have firewood, and I have a place to burn it out here. I'm not particularly a Cubs fan, but I got that at a daddy-daughter dance last month. So to lighten it up, I had my daughter draw on the different things. So. And I have everything labeled, and I keep a book. Over here is my other water containment system. Harvest water. We're doing pretty good. It's nice. It's pretty windy today. So this is my backyard garden. And that's it. Let's have a seat here. Turn the video around. Oh. Well, my town is small. I consider it a small suburb. It's not a big town. I live in a subdivision. Most of the people that I live around here, as far as I can tell, are not preppers. And if they are, they're real secretive about it. But I don't know who else has a garden. I've asked other people, and I asked to see pictures, and it's one tomato plant. There are still farms around here where they do grow and rotate crops. But to me, the gardening really relaxes the stress levels. I enjoy that. It's definitely warm out today and windy. I'm surprised that those trellises haven't knocked over with the harshness of the wind, but then again, they're thin. There's nothing for them to really fly off on, unlike this. Well, it's not wet, but the trampoline's put into the ground. Today I'm freeze drying some ham slices in the freeze dryer. We'll go to that here in a few minutes. Beautiful day out. And my dog thinks she's gonna attack the neighborhood dog and defend her turf. It's hard for me to make tribe, to be honest. It's hard for me to relate to a lot of people around here. Around here, the folks will tell you Happy Memorial Day to a veteran, and they just don't get it. So I do feel a little isolated sometimes. I do have a Facebook group for Northwest Indiana for preppers, and we mostly just talk on there. At some point, we need to meet up and create tribe that way. But my life is what it is. So I don't know. Should I plant more stuff? Do I have enough? All the potatoes from last year, I let them sit over the winter in my basement, and I replanted them. And I'm just curious in the next couple of weeks or month or two when they're ready to be pulled up, what they're going to turn out. Everything was planted from seed directly into these beds, except I could not get my tomatoes to take off this year, so I bought some made tomatoes and those hot peppers in that steel cage. One thing that you've seen maybe is those copper wire, tube copper wire that looks like an antenna. I read up about electroculture, and so if you put some metal in the soil, it activates the soil so the plants can utilize it better. And I did notice when I had those steel rail or those some metal in the soil for my beans that those plants took off right away before the other plants. So, will I say that it's absolute? No. But it's not hurting anything. I guess the wind's good for the plants. Make them stronger. Nothing seems broken or ripped. And they're pretty low to the ground still. And the bigger, I guess it could be worse. It's in the 80s today here in Northwest Indiana. So yesterday I bought a electric. Well, I have an electric wood or shredder, and I've been shredding some composted cardboard and dried cardboard, and I put it in my plants to help retain moisture. And when I trim the trees, of course, I'll just put it through there and put it in my compost bin again and utilize it later. So in each of my move sides here, move around. So this is not all soil. I have some cut wood in there because I don't need to use all that soil, and everything seems to be growing quite fine in these. So I just named them, as you can see here, Joe, Sam, and Mark. Just easier to identify them. Of course, number 27 over here, that's all soil. So is 18 and 19. It's all soil. I didn't put any soil on the bottom, and that's a lot of soil though. We just picked some of the strawberries off the vine and eat them. I think I'm going to get rid of this cloth here. They're ready to flourish. This is for bow and arrow practice. I have a couple of tomatoes, or I don't know why I'm saying tomatoes. Strawberries. They'll be ready to be picked. My daughter likes to pick them and eat them. Mona Lisa, that's my puppy. Luigi's my other man. Come on, guys, let's go inside. Get a treat. So under here is a shaded area, and thinking, what can I grow underneath here that that would grow good in the shade in the summer? I haven't really researched it. It'd have to be high enough where he can't get into it, and where my daughter could still jump. I don't know. Well, let's go. You can see my solar system. So we're going to go inside now. So this one, I drilled some wrong holes in it. I can't get myself to throw it away, so I need to reseal it and use it. So it's potable. This is my smoker. Come on, sweethearts. Ice cream. Treats. Treats. Let's get some treats. Oh, good puppy girls. All right. If you don't give them a treat, they'll forget. Or they won't forget. This is probably a horrible video as far as YouTube videos are concerned, but so be it. All right. Let's switch this around. This is my basement. So right now I'm freeze drying some ham. I just let it dry a little bit extra longer. Then I cut it here, seal it, and write down what it is. That was some chicken I did recently, and this is some hamburger. And then I just store it. And I inventory what I store, of course. So we got 46 minutes. I just want to make sure it's real dry. Why take the chance? So let's go back upstairs. A lot of noise doesn't make for good video. And you're watching my stairs. What? Let's put it back on me now. So, here we are. Why am I a prepper? Why are you a prepper? Good question. Because of the way of the world. The pseudo-pandemic. Political upheaval. Global war. Drought. There's a lot of political divide in this nation. I don't know. If shit hits the fan, what's going to happen? So we'll see. I have a nice tan. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're going to conclude this video. This was just to check my garden out, do my first video. Everybody have a nice day. Bye-bye.